Hi everybody, I'm Frank Iero, and this is the Purevolume Q&A. Question number 1 is from Deb Poe. Are you still considering putting out a poetry and or photography volume? Yes, I am. I would like to do that very, very much. But right now I'm super busy with the things that are coming out right now and going on tour. So it had to unfortunately take a little bit of a back seat, but I very, very much want to do that. And if you know Penguin, publishing house, you let them know that I'm into it. Rosa Duarte. I was wondering if the MCR members still stay in contact. Have you guys ever talked since the breakup? Yes, quite a bit. We talk a lot. There's still band business that we talk about, and then also Ray and I like to discuss barbecue techniques. And he is a type of, he's like a high sauce wizard, so he helps me with that kind of stuff. Emil Hopper, what's happening with death spells? I don't know. The record is still 95% done, and I think though because the things that I'm doing and things that James is doing, we haven't had a chance to lock it in and just release it. We really should just release it. But there's something about, like, we want to do it correctly, and we just don't have the time to do it the way we want to do it yet. So what's happening with it is it's dormant right now, but it's not dead. I'm not sure what they said. Emery Bauman, if there was a moment in your life that you could relive, what would it be? I don't know. I don't know if I would. I kind of feel like it's best just being how it was. You know what I mean? The memories sometimes too are even better than the actual experiences. But you know, I don't know. That's a hard one because you don't want to go back and change anything and then mess up the future. Lauren Rose, how different is writing and recording as a solo artist rather than being in a band? It's a lot different. You know, I've always been in bands. I've always recorded in band settings and stuff like that. And when doing this project, it was fun because whatever thing comes into your head, whatever crazy idea you have, you can do it and execute it. If you can reach the buttons and stuff, you can do it. But no one is there to rein you in and tell you if it's any good or any bad. Sandra McCrindle, is there any band or artist you'd love to collaborate with in the near future? Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of artists that I respect and love and would love to play with. I mean, the pipe dream, I guess, would be Tom Waits or something like that. Ridiculous, but I mean, he would never have me. Allie Carpenter, what musical or non-musical influences helped in the creation of Stomach Aches? Well, I guess nausea is a influence on the record. Also, relationships and. Not a lot of musical influences, I don't think, kind of like reared their head in there. Maybe some stuff that like I grew up on listening to. I really wanted the record to start in this like 2-chord pop punk song because I felt like that's where I started as an artist in bands and stuff like that. Was these like 1, 2, 3, 4 bangers, and that was important to me. That was it's about a girl and it's like 3 chords and that's it. So there's an influence there. But as far as other musical influences, I think it was just kind of more life experience that made its way into Stomach Aches. All right, Cody Zitek, what's your favorite story behind one of the songs off Stomach Aches? The one song that actually is influenced by experiences that I had in past bands is a song called Blood Infections. And that song is about a group of people seemingly innocent and naive about the world being kind of taken under maybe a darker wing kind of thing, and it's veiled in a story of like this vampire-esque imagery. So I think that was a crazy time for me and for my friends when we were first coming up and being like introduced to the industry as opposed to just the music, and you see a lot of crazy stuff. You start to see behind this curtain, and sometimes it's not the most glamorous, beautiful thing. Hi everybody, I'm Frank Iero, and this is the Purevolume Q&A. I'm not sure what they said. Maddie Coral, how does it feel to be writing new music, and what do you hope it conveys to your fans? It's one of those things where I always have to be writing new music. I have to be doing something, and I think that helps me just to stay somewhat sane. I feel like, you know, most days if I'm not creating, or if I don't have something new in the works that I'm, you know, excited about, I'm just so miserable. So like that, in addition to how I feel physically, is just like it's way too much to bear sometimes. So it feels great to be writing new material and doing new artistic things, because you get to ride that high for a little while. Like when you hit that one song, you're like, oh, that was great. You know, you can ride that for a couple of days and nobody can bring it down, which is great. What do I hope it conveys to the fans? I don't know. I mean, I hope you guys enjoy it, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm trying to convey anything, really, as much as I'm just putting it all out there. So, I don't know, maybe, hopefully, it forms some sort of acceptance for me and weird people like me. Destiny Ulrich. Musically, what do you consider to be your biggest accomplishment? There's certain songs you'll write and record and kind of take a step back and be like, wow, like that was a big jump. That was a leap from where I was, especially from where I started to where this is now. And those are great to have, those little gem moments where you surprise even yourself. Doing it in general, you know, it was always a dream I had to play and make music and write music and play it for people live. Like that's all I ever wanted. Like I had the other thing I wanted to do was to make like monsters in movies, but that was the back burner thing. Like I really just wanted to be in a band, and to actually be able to say I've done that. I've seen the world. I've reached a lot of people with music. That's the biggest accomplishment, to actually have done it. Helena Villa Killjoy. Guessing that's not your real name. What are you most excited about with Frank Iero and the celebration? I guess I'm most excited about kind of getting out on the road and doing it. It's funny, like this goes back to one of the other questions about, you know, writing and recording by yourself. These songs never got to be, you know, real songs, I feel like, until now. Like at least for me, like whenever I would be in bands and stuff like that, you would write a song and you and your buddies would play it at 11, like 100 times in a room and eventually play it out, and then you would record it. But like with these songs, I wrote them and recorded them myself, and they never got to, you know, to breathe in a live setting. So I'm really looking forward to that, because I think it's going to just take the record in a completely different direction as well. It's going to be a completely new songs every time. The next one is from Brittany Dawn Hunt. Would you ever do some ASPCA or animal-related benefits, considering you love dogs so much? Yeah, definitely. My cam, I think, did 1 or 2 concerts way back. Played with a couple of bands and did that, and they were great. I mean, I think ASPCA is a great organization. I would absolutely do some sort of animal-related benefit, because yes, I do enjoy dogs and other animals as well. Best friends forever. Best friends forever. Zakira Dorsey, how do you cope with missing your children and wife when she isn't with you on the road? Oh man, that's a good question. That is the hardest thing, I think, is the being away and the traveling. It's a horrible, terrible pain and feeling. Like, you know, the thing that I'm really frightened about now too is that my kids, especially my daughters now, are getting to the point where they're old enough to know that I'm gone, and even like when I've done a couple of little things here and there, you know, it's hard for them to be like, well, just come home, and you can't. So how do I cope? I mean, you know, postcards and Skype and really expensive phone bills, and you do basically anything you can to get through it. you know. And the shows are great. You know, the shows help, especially when they're great shows. But you know, even the most amazing show is hard pressed to fill that void. So that's a hard one. How do I cope? I have no idea. You just get through it. But so thank you guys so much for your questions. That was really nice of you to write all these questions. And I'm sorry if I didn't answer every single one of them that you guys sent, but these were some really good ones.